special treat in that you're going to bear witness to our process of certification. Certification is done by points against years, just like we do the points on the bike. It's not a good old boys club. It doesn't matter. You either have the points, the knowledge and education, or you don't. And that standard now is agreed upon by builders all over the world. I want to introduce to you our first certification individual, a local talent, Chuck Oberg. Come on up here, Chuck. IMBBA member.
On behalf of the board of directors in all of our countries, as well as here in the United States, I want to present to you your certification for Master Bike Builder, Level 2. Lee Wimmer, if you'll come up, please.
Chuck has probably been one of the finest people that I've ever had the pleasure of working with. It was a joy every day to be in with him and his smiling face and his expertise. And this man knows so much, and in so many ways knows so much more than I do even, because he has been doing it a very long time. But one of the things I did have a privilege of was teaching him how to do some machining, because in our shop we do have fabrication equipment, we have a mill and a lathe, and Chuck has probably been the best student that I have ever had as far as picking up the knowledge, and to see the pride in his eyes when he would rebuild a master cylinder when any other shop down here would have just turned it away and said, oh no, you need a new one. He has just been phenomenal at learning and proficient at doing it, and it's just another plus to all the other attributes that he does have, and he definitely deserves the Master Bike Builder Level 2. And you guys can watch OCC and all that crap. Those guys are not bike builders. This man is a bike builder. And I am so proud that he has worked for me, and that we have shared builds together. And we are going to continue to make killer creation bikes out there that are safe and good and fun and just dynamite. Thank you, Chuck.
Got one more thing for you. This piece here is now the badge, the honor that the Master Bike Builders have with pride with IMBBA. People out there with your bikes, I want you to start asking these shops, are you certified? We're making sure by a third party that we looked at their education, their training, their proficiency, and their experience, and they demonstrated it. This is a rocker, goes on your uniform in the shop, Master Bike Builder, and this is our badge. Congratulations. Come on, people, this is quite an accomplishment. This is history here. We're finally getting around to be a profession like sheet metal and welders. We're finally getting there. You're here today seeing that first part of that step. And the younger kids coming up will now have someone to follow. Achievement Award. Today, Lee Wimmer, along with his lovely wife, Nancy, which I have a story for you. I'd like to call them up right now. Lee Wimmer was inducted in Sturgis on August 9, 2011. And as prideful as Lee is, he had a terrible decision to make, to come there and be among all of his other master bike builders at the Broken Spoke and be honored among all of his peers and hamsters and all the customers and everybody that was there to honor him. Nancy had some health problems, and Lee made the decision that his wife was more important. So we're here today in his hometown, right here, to honor him with that same respect that he gives his wife, and does and continues to be that charitable person, kind man, but one hell of a bike builder. So Lee Wimmer and Nancy, stay tuned here. I want to go over this. I have something to present to you. Thank you. And this is of glass, and like Don Bittman, he tears hit the floor before the glass did. Be careful, because the glass slides out. Lee, I'm going to turn the microphone over to you, and Nancy, jump in if he's telling bullshit. That's all known.
He's all bullshit.
Lee, I want you to just start out. Lee, I want you to start out. Help these people understand just that hard road, where that love came from when you started, what you did. Tell us some of the charities you've done and some of the highlights of your life, please.
Well, I don't want to get boring. I know you're here to party, to have some fun, and that's cool. But I just, a little brief thing. I gotta just admit, I am so honored to accept this award, to be mentioned in the same as Mondo and Arlen Ness and Donnie Smith, Dave Perowich, Paul Yaffe. I mean, this is such a distinguished honor to be with all these people that are the true masters of our industry and that have done the great customizations and cool parts and cool things. I am really just, I'm so honored to be, mentioned in the same breath with these people. First of all, I have to thank God, because without Him, I wouldn't have had the talents to do anything that I've done. So I thank Almighty God for the wonderful talents that I've been blessed with. I thank my lovely wife for putting up with all the frustrations that we've had over the years in trying to service bikes and do the right things for people, and sometimes just turn around and get slapped in the face for doing things that are good. But we love the industry, we love bikers, and I love built custom bikes and custom parts. And how I really got started in the first place was a number of years ago. My 92 Springer got stolen, and at a time when you couldn't get a Harley. So I ended up buying a used Fat Boy and decided, well, I'm going to tear it all apart, customize it. And then I realized, because I'm actually a journeyman tool and die maker by trade, I'm like, well, I got all these machines and capabilities to make stuff. So I started making a few parts. Well, a few parts led to a few more parts. A few more parts led to a few more parts. And here today we are. Now we've got a full-blown catalog of goodies, and I was just thrilled today to see how many parts out there on all these bikes that we have created through over the years. And it's just a very great, rewarding industry to be in. I've met some wonderful people. And I thank y'all for coming out to share this event with me. And most of all, to my lovely wife who's been by my side through all this. Thank you all.
Smartest man I know built a time machine, and it is his 29th birthday. And to this man, I have a lot that I'm proud of. One thing that I am very proud of is the speech I do for me, and it shows I'm proud of. I want to congratulate Chuck, because this is something that watching happen just, I can't even. It brings tears to my eyes. I mean, the whole process of not only watching, it showed him how, I mean, Chuck he did it on his own, but the thing that I'm proudest the most, that rant, but the thing that makes me the proudest is his ability to teach. And I see future mechanics that we know and love sitting near Chuck right now, and I hope to see them on the stage in the very near future. And you know who you are. And I hope this man will be the one that's sponsoring him. So that's what makes me proud that he's involved with the IMBBA. So thank you, Jeff, for bringing him in, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's 28, by the way. Lee, this is the best part. This is done by all your peers, the names you mentioned. Your package, even though all the points you've given in charity, gone to Canada, bought tools for kids, so they had them in the shop, to all the mechanics that you've done, to all the parts that race all our motorcycles. Your Lifetime Achievement Award equals a place in the Hall of Fame of IMBBA by all those builders who think that much of you and your abilities.
This is a prideful time for me because this is where I wanted to see this industry go, and you help as a vehicle to get yourself and many of the mechanics that you've done and brought forward, as well as your peers, a reality today. We finally have arrived. But this trophy, this Hall of Fame, goes a little bit further now, which I'm proud to announce, and I encourage everybody to go. The Sturgis Motorcycle Museum will be debuting a new Hall of Fame. And with the help of IMBBA, we're going to bring that Hall of Fame out of their basement and rise it up to the level it deserves from 1900 to present day, and that includes you into the Sturgis Motorcycle Hall of Fame as well as IMBBA. That achievement is something we all can show. So, on behalf of the IMBBA Board of Directors, representatives and builders, mechanics, and all the riders and your friends that have come out here to see that, with a heartfelt, my honor to be able to present to you the Hall of Fame Award. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Jeff. And I just want to say one more thing. My heartfelt thanks to Jeff. Not many of you people probably really understand what the government's trying to do, how they're trying to limit us, and they're trying to say you can only build one bike in a lifetime. Well, hell, a plumber can plumb more than one house in a lifetime, but there's been no credible group to have substantiation of facts and figures and to go to bat. When you have a shop and you build a bike and there's issues, nobody's been ever there to fight for us. Jeff has had the vision to start the IMBBA and to make things credible, to keep records, documentation, and it's going to make this industry a way better place than it was. And for all these years, we've needed somebody to start this and do it. And I just can't thank Jeff enough for all his due diligence that he's provided. And it's just a fantastic thing. And I think Jeff just deserves one big, huge round of applause from everybody in here. Thank you so much.
This is the Lee Wimmer Hour, not the IMBBA Hour. Lee Wimmer, ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Fame 2012.